Gentlemen, this is Mantelligence. Today, we're showing you 10 great values and exactly how to define your own. Values are like the magnets of your moral compass. They act as a set of rules and guidelines and help you to easily make tough decisions in difficult situations. So, to help you pick your own, here are 10 powerful values and exactly how to define them. What are values? Before we jump in, it's important to understand exactly what values are and are not. Values are a set of principles or strongly held beliefs about what is valuable, important, and acceptable in life. For example, if it feels like you can't live without your family, then family is probably one of your personal values. Why are values so important? Values act as a set of rules and guidelines to use in those situations where the right thing isn't so obvious. For example, what would you do in the following scenario? A coworker stole money and you caught him in the act. He explains that he has student loans and a new baby on the way and promises he will replace it once his commissions start rolling in. Your boss calls you into the office and asks if you know anything about the missing money. It's a tough situation, right? But if you have honesty defined as one of your values, it becomes simple. That's why knowing your values before these situations arise can help you quickly and easily make better decisions. 5 simple steps to defining your personal values. Now that you know what values are and why they're so important, you can begin the process of defining your unique set of core values. Step number 1, find your Zen. Because deciding on a firm set of values is a complex process, it's important to give yourself several hours to find your Zen. What are the best ways to do that? Try relaxing in your favorite chair, going for a run, or simply sitting outside. Step number 2, start with your family's values. To identify the family values most important to you, just ask yourself this: which of my family's values do I personally want to carry on? Now, most of us have values that have been passed down to us from our family and don't even realize it. For example, if your grandfather not only immigrated to the United States, but also endured the Great Depression while keeping a business going, he likely passed down the values of diversity, hard work, and perseverance. Step 3, examine your influences. Identifying your influences can also provide clues as to what you value. If you have a clear role model, ask yourself, why do I look up to this person? If you admire somebody because they never lose their cool, or they're great with people, that might be because you value poise and patience. Step number 4, look back at your choices. Your choices tell you a lot about yourself. Some of these choices might be the types of friends you've chosen, how you've reacted to tough situations, or how you've treated others. But if you're able to objectively look at your choices and behavior, you'll find values that you don't really like and want to grow away from, and others that you do like and that you want to focus on. Step number 5, brainstorm. This one is simple but effective. Just take a pen and paper and start listing values. As you do, try to keep in mind your family, your influences, and your choices, but just write down any values that come to mind and you can look at them later. And to make this process easier, here's a list of 10 values to help you get the ball rolling. Number 1, honesty. Great businessmen will tell you that the most valuable thing that you have is your name. Case in point, investor and multi-billionaire Warren Buffett once said, "Honesty is a very expensive gift. Don't expect it from cheap people." And unlike ties and pants, your reputation can't be easily replaced once soiled. So tell the truth, even if it hurts. Number 2, perseverance. Never, ever, ever, ever give up. Winston Churchill knew a thing or two about perseverance. Experts in any field will tell you that they have failed more times than they have ever succeeded. So don't give up when the going gets tough, because like a bad habit, it's very addictive. Number 3, adventure. When you look back on the past 5 years, which would you rather remember? The times you spent watching TV and playing video games? Or the times you spent traveling, hiking, and kite surfing? Memories aside, adventures can lead to a richer, more exciting life, and could be something that you come to value more the more you experience it. Number 4, bravery. Being brave does not mean not being scared, and it isn't always about facing danger or physical harm. Sometimes, being brave just means standing alone to make the tough decisions, or choosing to push forward even when others might not agree with you. However it happens, if you stand resolute even in the face of fear, that's bravery. Number 5, peace. Peace is one of those words that can mean a lot of different things, and although it's commendable to strive for world peace, it's much more plausible for a man to achieve inner peace. Inner peace means being comfortable with yourself and those around you, and attempting to live a life with no regrets. Number 6. Action. We've all heard it before. Actions speak louder than words. Ideas are a dime a dozen, but it's actions that separate high achievers from everyone else. So, if you value action, not only are you unafraid to execute your ideas, but you're also not lazy, which could even be considered a value all by itself. Number 7. Open-mindedness. As the Greek philosopher Aristotle once said, it's the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. Learning to accept new ideas is the mark of a humble and a learned man, while being stubborn and closed-minded isn't impressive to anyone. Number 8. Generosity. If you're lucky enough to have been successful in life, don't forget to give back to the world that allowed you to achieve that success. And even if you haven't achieved wealth or huge success, giving what you can not only shows that you value generosity, but also that you're compassionate and can empathize with others. Number 9. Dependability. As the saying goes, 90% of life is showing up. Are you someone that always sticks to their word? Are you always on time? If you value being someone people can rely on, dependability may be one of your core values. Number 10. Fairness. Every man has heard, life isn't fair. And while that may be true, that doesn't mean that you should stop from trying to make it more fair. So, if you believe in justice, equality, and seeing people get what they deserve, that could show that fairness is a value that you want to bring to the world. That's exactly how to define your personal values and 10 powerful values to help you start defining your own. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to let us know and give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to click and subscribe. And while you're here, why not check out these other powerful videos? Thanks for watching.